KTN News from Siaya County.
Interesting. Now, in similar news, tourism in Baringo County is at its peak following the return of flamingos to the shores of Lake Bogoria. Our reporter Grace Nganga took a trip to the great Baringo County and shares how tourists are flocking to the area, giving a lifeline to the local hospitality industry. This as the county is waiting approval from UNESCO to become Kenya's first geopark.
The skies above the saline Lake Bogoria in Baringo County have once again been adored with vibrant hues of pink as millions of flamingos gracefully return to their sanctuary. The tourism sector in Baringo County is enjoying a boom after flamingos migrated back to Lake Bogoria after a successful breeding season in Lake Natron in Tanzania. This is no ordinary homecoming. It's a triumph reclamation of territory lost to nature's whims. Not long ago, rising water levels submerged the land beneath, forcing these magnificent birds to seek refuge elsewhere. Now, as the waters expand again, albeit at a slow pace, the birds are returning in masses.
There are two indicators that they may make flamingos to move from one point to another. One is during the breeding time, which is actually the flamingos breed in Natron, Lake Natron in Tanzania. So mostly we've experienced for quite a couple of years that the breeding actually season is between March to May, and then now the June. By July, the young ones will be in a position to fly. And when they're flying, coming back, they have several stopover until they know where the availability of the food. Sometimes they may land in Lake Makadi, Nakuru, Elementaita, but the lead team will actually ascertain where there is availability of food is now when they get most of the flamingos are concentrated in one point along the rift lakes.
Though pink, the beautiful birds are not born colored pink. When flamingo chicks hatch, they have a grayish-white coloration to their feathers, and usually they position themselves on the shores of Lake Bogoria as per their colors. The ones closest are their babies. And they take 3 to 5 years for the color to turn pink, depending on the flamingo type.
We have the lesser flamingo and the greater flamingo. But the majority actually differs between 3, start from at around 3 years is when they are now changing their colors. But the more they feed on the algae, the more the color will change to be pink.
Over time, flamingos change color because of what they feed. They normally feed on aquatic organisms which contain pigments known as carotenoids, which are responsible for the pink coloration of the flamingos.
The more they stay, the more the color will change to be the pink. This is actually because they feed on the algae.
Though tourism in Baringo County was suffered heavily during the coronavirus pandemic, Kimaru says the county government is partnering with relevant stakeholders to revive the sector.
The station went down, so the whole industry actually was down. But we are now trying to bring on board all stakeholders so that we are doing our pool marketing strategies so that we bring back our destinations.
We've had guests coming back, improvement of security within the Baringo area, and it is the highest it was, and we believe it will be the highest revenue earner for Baringo.
We managed to catch up with a school from Machakos County, Our Lady Queen of Peace Academy, whose pupils were among hundreds that were on a school trip to see the return of the beautiful birds.
We chose Baringo. First we went to Nakuru National Park. We saw there were a few flamingos, and then we were also to come here to see the springs, and then we were told that the flamingos had migrated to Lake Bogoria. So we first came and saw the hot springs, and later on we saw the flamingos.
The hot springs where we did some tricks which you all know, boiling eggs. Now we have come here to see the flamingos. As you see, when we were coming here, I saw they were very beautiful. Their pink color and their digestion with the lake. They are very smart, and I will wish that many people will come here because it's a wonder to see.
Zakaria Kiprotich, Baringo County Executive Committee CC member for Tourism and Wildlife, says climate factors influence the lake's water levels. The hot springs, for example, another attraction at the lake, briefly diminished but are now making a slow return. Initially, the hot springs were far from the shores of the lake, but since the rise of the water levels in 2018, the springs are now closer to the shores. We also met pupils enjoying boiling eggs and maize at the attraction site. Baringo is set to become Kenya's first geopark if it is granted approval by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. UNESCO defines global geoparks as single unified geographical areas where sites and landscapes of international geological significance are managed for protection, education and sustainable development. Once given the nod, the Rift Valley town will join Morocco's Gaon and Tanzania's Ngorongoro to become the only 3 active geoparks in the continent.
We have about 15 geopark sites that we are developing so that Kenyans can be able to come and visit. We have many conservancies and we have all the kind of animals that you would like to see. The home of early man. We have got a fossil that was discovered in Kipsaraman in Baringo County that is one of the oldest fossils.
Improve our value chain for the visitors coming to Baringo so that they don't come to Baringo, Lake Bogoria, and other known places only. They will be visiting the areas like the museums, like Kipsaraman Museum, where we'll be having an hosting, the oldest man that is known in the paleontological history.
So what else can you get in Baringo County, you ask? Baringo Governor Benjamin Cheboy paints a picture of why you should invest in Baringo County.
This county is beautiful. This county is welcoming. This county is safe. Down here in Lake Abnorok, you will find as many as 500 elephants traversing the region. Where else can you get 500 elephants? I doubt whether you can even get them in Masai Mara or the Tsavo.
Grace Nganga, KTN News.
Safaricom